Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Hidden Heights Farm vlog. I hope everybody is having a wonderful, blessed day. And today we are going to make a trip out to the pig pen. I got some treats here. We're going to go make them a little more friendlier. Go see how Jabba's doing. I was out there this morning checking their water, and it is almost dry. So we finally, it's been about a month now since we put in this water line, and we have not had to use it one time yet. But today is the day. We're going to move their water tank over, and I'm going to grab a water hose. And that's one thing we're going to do while we're down there is we're going to fill their water tank up and give them some fresh water. Since it's finally about empty, we haven't had any rain here in, a couple weeks or so. So I'm going to dump out whatever's in there, clean it out, and then give them a lot of fresh water. They have about, about 2 months before they go to the processor, so we want to make sure they have good clean water to finish them out on. And then their feed, the last month or so, we'll probably start mixing in some corn, or we might just go total corn in their feed. I need to check their feed bin, their automatic feed bin, and see how much it is, because I think it's about time that I'm gonna have to make a trip to the feed mill and get a truckload of feed to fill it up. So let me grab this water hose, and then we will make a trip down to the pig pen. Okay, let me ask you something. How many of you have noticed this little red hen in just about every video I do? Every time I walk outside to do a video, this little red hen is following me around the whole yard. So I got the gate open right now. I'm walking down to the pig pen, but I don't think she wants to come in here. She can get under the fence if she wants to. I just think it's funny because every time I start to edit, I always notice this little hen in the background or right behind me. And a lot of times when I'm just filming or I'm out here doing my thing, I don't really notice it until I start to edit. And there's so many of you guys that notice every little thing in the video, so I'm sure a lot of you have picked up on it. But if you haven't, there you go. There is that's red. That is the same chicken that was stuck on the sticky trap that one day, and it took me about 30 minutes to be able to catch her, to get her off that thing. And here comes the piggies now. What y'all doing? Don't tell me you'll already smell those marshmallows. You guys ready for some treats? Alright, hold on. Where y'all scaredy cats going? Oh man, these guys. Alright, let me go get these other pigs. Well, look who's up and about. He's up there eating, but he's not sleeping at least. Jabba! Jabba! Come here, pig. So I'm only seeing the 3 pigs. There should be 4. Unless I'm just blind. And these 2 are swimming. Still got water in here. Like I said, it's been 2 or 3 weeks since we've had any significant amount of rain. Uh-oh, he hears me. What do you know, buddy? You want some marshmallows? I don't know if I should give you some now or wait until I move your water. You know, huh? Come here. Where's the 4th pig? Here. Here, pig. Oh, he's over there. Yeah, you guys hear this, don't you? Here you go. Look. Here. You got a mouthful already. Guys, do not knock the camera over. Come on. Hey. Come here. Come here, pig. Here. You're gonna break the camera. Here. Jabba. Hurry up and eat that, buddy. Come here. Here you go. Got one for everybody. Even got one for myself. But one of these pigs is gonna knock the camera over. Promise. Hey, guys, you're not at the camera. The video I was trying to make when we got rid of Butterball knocked over the camera, and luckily she didn't break it. Alright guys, so I know a lot of people say, oh, don't feed your pigs sugar stuff like that. Really, it don't matter, but these are fat-free, just so you know. Sugar, right? You guys need to have a happy, enjoyable life. You guys don't have You're not gonna live a long time. So why not have a little fun, right? Here you go. I'm not gonna give you the whole bag. But guys, you can see these pigs are filling out wonderful. I think we're gonna be right at our goal at our butcher date. We got a little over 2 months. All right, that's enough. I'm gonna grab this camera because I can't afford for these guys to knock this camera over and bust it on a rock. Now they're gonna chase me down because they want more. All right, so I know there's all kinds of ways that people can kind of estimate what these pigs weigh. And a lot of times that is very valuable information as a farmer if you're gonna raise pigs all the time and stuff. This year, it don't matter. If you don't have a butcher date, you're out of luck until like next year. So you're gonna have a 400, 500 pound hog, whatever. But like I'm saying, there are mathematical equations and stuff where you can take a tape and measure these out. I'm sure you've seen it on Living Traditions Homestead and stuff like that, where they take a tape, you get their girth and their length from their head to their tail, and you can do a mathematical problem and you can estimate their weight. But what good does that do you this year rather than just knowing what they're weighing? Because if you don't have a butcher date, or if you have a butcher date, you better keep it in. Like you can say, well, my pigs are going to be 20 pounds under from our goal, so I need to reschedule. And they're going to say, well, you're going to have to reschedule next year. So it don't matter. You know, we tried to get these pigs the size they were at the time we got them, because we've been doing this several years, and you know, we want to get them around 300 pounds, give or take 20 pounds either way. It would be fun with us. So that is what we go off of. You know, after you raise pigs for a while and you kind of get to know them, which this breed is a little different. We have never raised the old spots, and it's kind of a trial deal, and I think he's going to work out just fine. But you kind of know how many months and what type of feed, how much feed, what protein to feed, that you need to feed them all the time to get them to that ideal weight. And you know, a lot of people like to feed a higher protein to try to just cheat. You know, I say cheat. You try to get them to gain a lot more weight than they naturally would if they were just, you know, raised on regular old protein feed. And I think a lot of things I read is you don't want to feed them a high protein feed right at the end of their life, because I think it makes their muscles, it might make their meat a little tougher and stuff. And that's just going off of reading. I don't know. We've never fed ours a high protein. Usually you feed your hogs like a higher protein, like an 18% show feed or something like that in the first few months after they're weaned. And then after they're about 4 months old or so, then you cut down to like a 16 or 14%. And of course ours has all this grass. They got all these bugs and roots and stuff, so they're getting all kinds of food. And they're getting a good balanced diet. You know, that'd be like us just eating steak all the time. You know, you're gonna eat a high protein food, but you're not getting any vegetables or vitamins. So allowing them to have this big open pen with all this grass and weeds and trees and bugs and the pond. I'm sure they eat frogs. They probably eat everything. They can get a well-balanced diet and be nutritional. They can get nutritional stuff that they wouldn't get just from giving them a traditional feed. You know, all these different types of grasses and weeds has different vitamins and minerals in it naturally. And you can see here, I think that's Chewy. He's kind of chowing down on some Bermuda grass there. And I don't know, they might get some kind of mineral out of that. But that is just, that's just, seems like it makes them a lot happier, and you get a healthier type of pig because they're getting a well-round balance instead of just a feed. So here's the water tank right here behind me, and you can see it is pretty much dry. So what we're gonna do is get this thing moved and fill it up with water. We finally get to use our new water hydrant. Don't like loud noises. on, guys. Look at this thing all entangled here. Alright, let's wash this out first. Alright guys, so like I was saying, it's important that any animal that you're going to butcher for your consumption, it's important that they get fresh water, you know, their whole life. And that's any animal that's even living. You know, you want them to have fresh water and be happy. And you can see all this algae and stuff in the bottom of this tank. I'm just going to try to clean it out a little bit, and that'll also help this from getting plugged up. Okay, so I was just trying to get some of the algae cleaned out of the bottom of that tank. So I noticed I got a little leak here on the hose that you might be able to see. I didn't have a seal or one of the little rubber gaskets to put in the end of it, so I'm going to have to go turn and get one. But we're going to let this fill up. And like I said, it's super important for these pigs to have fresh, cool water their whole life. You know, that's any living animal. But especially if you're going to eat an animal, you want them to have nice, clean water. And that just helps them grow so much and helps them stay happy and clean. And you can see these guys, if you just watch, if you sit out here and watch them, it's just amazing to know that they got a whole feeder. And we'll talk about that feeder here in a minute. But they got a whole feeder full of just pig food. But they would rather be out here pretty much grazing, just like a cow, eating grass. And of course they get a lot of moisture and water from the grass and stuff like that, but that doesn't substitute having fresh, clean water to drink. Ain't that right, Jabba? Look at that. They even got a stump to rub their back on. So they're all filling out. They're catching up with Jabba. What do y'all know? I think they smell the marshmallows in my pocket still. And this guy over here, I think that's, I can't remember his name. That's Han Solo. I think it is. He's still kind of skittish. You can see him there chomping away on that grass. A lot of people, you guys would not believe how many people say pigs do not eat grass. What's he doing, chewing on air? Look at this. So we actually cut this tree down back when we were building these gates, and this pen. I can't talk very good. And Rachel's like, hey, I want you to cut that tree so we can have a little bench to sit on. So we left it there, and it seems like a lot of the times the pigs just rub their backs on it. But pigs are an amazing animal, guys. I can come out here and sit out here all evening and just watch them. You know, just like a lot of other animals, they have their own characteristics, their own personalities. And like many of you know, Jabba, he's one of the friendliest pigs we've ever had. He's just like a puppy. He'll follow you around. You give him a little scratch, he'll just lay down and let you scratch and love on him. The kids absolutely love him. And I wish every pig could be like that. You know, some pigs can be violent. If you guys have been following us when we had the mama pigs, even before they had the babies, you know, they were kind of, I'm not going to say they were violent, but they could get aggressive. And that was one of the reasons we chose not to keep them. So while that's filling up, let's go talk about this feeder and check their feed. So there are a lot of people that raise hogs for a living, and they can look at a pig and they can tell you within about 10 pounds how much that pig weighs. And I can't say the same. I'm usually about 40 or 50 pounds off, and I'm always a little light or actually I'm a little heavy than what they weigh. I'm always over guessing their weight. So guys, if you're new to the channel and you guys raise pigs, this is probably the best investment we have ever invested in. And this is an Osborne automatic pig feeder. And this one holds 770 pounds. But it saves us so much work and time that it will pay for itself real fast. And you can get that from Osborne. Let's see, osbornelivestockequipment.com. If you guys are interested, send them an email, tell them Hidden Heights Farm sent you, and they might give you a little percentage off or something. I don't know, but go check them out. If you guys are raising any kind of livestock, go check out Osborne Livestock Equipment. They have all kinds of stuff. And no, we're not paid to say that or anything else. They did give us like 10% off when we bought this, and we agreed to do some videos over it and stuff like that. But I don't mind doing it at all because it saves us a lot of work. And if you guys do not know how it works, I'm going to show you guys one more time. So there's a big hopper here. It holds 770 pounds, I think. 785 pounds. The feed falls down in here. When they eat it all, they kind of root around trying to get the last little bits underneath these paddles here. And what this does, it spins around on the inside and knocks the feed down, and it just keeps coming and coming. But it don't come down at a rate where they just sit here and gorge themselves. You know, they get used to it after a few days and they eat what they need. They go forage on grass, and you don't have to come out here carrying bags or buckets of feed every day filling it up. This usually lasts us about a month and a half for these 4 pigs, but we did have 5 pigs in here. We had Butterball in here until a couple weeks ago. But definitely one of the better investments that we ever made. Here they come. You guys heard me talking about your feeder, didn't you, Jabba? Huh? Well, you know, bud. You love your scratches. No Princess Leia. Skittish. Yeah, you're a good boy. Don't lay down on me now. You're too big. You'll break my leg, buddy. Oh, muddy. Yep. Oh, and they love their pond. They absolutely love their pond, and that's been a lifesaver for me. Because if you guys have been following us for a while, you know we used to have to bring the totes of water down with the tractor and fill up their water tank because we didn't have water down here. So we dug the pond. Well, when we dug the pond, we were in a drought. So then I had to bring multiple totes down about every couple weeks and fill up their pond, just so these guys could stay cool. They do have all the trees and stuff, but we want to raise the happiest pigs that we can on the farm. And they absolutely loved when I dug out the pond with the tractor and filled it up with water. So that has been awesome. Let's see what these guys are doing. What are y'all up to? There was a bunch of bugs underneath there when there's a little toad frog when I moved that. Alright, so guys, so I'm sitting here waiting on this water to fill up. And earlier when I was talking about the water and stuff, you know, there is so many different ways farmers do things. You know, some people just have ponds for their livestock and stuff like that, and that's fine, that's up to them. But in our eyes here on our farm, we try to provide fresh water for all the animals, you know. And yeah, they do get in the pond and they do prefer to drink the pond water sometimes, but that's their choice. But it makes us feel better just knowing that they do have the fresh, clean water to choose from if they want. But anyways, you know, we share our tips and I say tricks that we've learned on the farms or our farm over time. You know, we know what works for us best, and you know, people share tips with us and we try it, and if it works, we do it and adopt it and keep going. If not, then we keep trying other things. And I encourage you guys, you know, just because somebody tells you to do something a certain way, that doesn't mean you have to do it. Try to find what works best for you, what works best for your farm and your animals and your lifestyle. You know, we both work full time, so we have to do things a little different. I have to get these bigger automatic waters and these feeders and stuff because I want it to be sure that our animals are taken care of all the time. In my type of business that I work in, sometimes I have to work overtime a lot, and I can get called out at any time. I can work for a long time and not get to come home maybe at a normal time. And you know, that's something that when you have farm animals and stuff like that, you cannot do that. In these hot summer times, that can mean life or death. So everybody's purpose is different, you know, the way they do things. If you are a full-time farmer and you live on your farm, you might do checks every 6 hours or something and fill the waters up every 6 hours. I don't know. When I share the tips and stuff with you guys, this is just the way we do it. And, you know, it works well for us. So I'm not dogging anybody else or anything like that. It's just trying to share things with you. If there's other people out there that want to homestead and want to farm and raise animals, you know, this is something that Rachel and I, we both work. So these are some of the things that work well for us, and we're still able to work full-time and raise our animals to be happy and healthy. So the pigs are over there enjoying the pond, and I'm still waiting on this water hose to fill up. So as soon as this gets done, we'll end this video with the piggies. Alright guys, so this is just about filled up. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video and go get the dogs fed and go do my checks on the goats and the chickens and the turkeys and everything else. Thank you guys so much for watching. We truly appreciate everybody's support and all the comments. How do you guys, if you guys raise pigs, what do you guys recommend on their water? What kind of water do you use? Leave a comment down below and let us know. And we're always you know, we're always eager to learn from others. You know, we do this farm channel here on this YouTube channel, on the YouTube platform, you know, hoping to share some ideas and stuff. But truthfully, we like to gain ideas just as much as you guys do. A lot of things we do, you know, we watch YouTube and try to learn stuff just like everybody else. So we want to know your guys' thoughts. How do you guys water your animals? How often do you check them? How often do you clean out everything? Share your thoughts or share your ideas with us. And if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Stay tuned for the pigs because they grow. Every time I come down here, I swear they grow pounds and pounds. And we'll see you next time, guys. You got anything to say? I'm ending the video. All right.